Well, yesterday I got a chance to visit the institute and I've enabled the snapshot on your machine page. Okay, so we can do whatever we want on your machine, and I showed how to restore the. I mean, how I gave some presentation on how to create the snapshot and how to restore the snapshot on VMware. So, if you really wanted to go back, we can ask Gulba to restore it. We can do it. It will be just a 15 to 20 minutes time, basically. We can do so. I have connected to your system page. It's 242, right? So I have connected to your system, and I have already completed the pre-clone on Arkill, okay, and it's 20%. So meantime, let's create users. U01. Alright. Can you type the password once again, Tej? N1 M2 at the rate 3, yeah? M1, okay. Where are we? Yeah. Yeah, I understood the problem. Okay, let's create from the command prompt. Not a problem. We have done the SSH, so it is asking my password. Username. It's a dev machine. Username. So I said welcome one page, all small, lowercase. Okay. Okay, just okay, okay. Is this fine now? Is this fine now? Yep. Yep. It is also completed. Okay. And now we have created two users, and we have to. Okay, we need to bring down the services first because we are doing the cold copy. It's a cold backup. So, So our new users will be ABPL and ORA and we'll create we'll make SID as a TEST. All right. Now I need to change some permissions. Okay, we'll do up later once we're done with the copy. So as I said here, in this test, I'm not copying the stuff. I'm just moving the file system, okay, from one user to another user. So here in our scenario, the clone system will be coming in the same machine with a different SID, different port number. Okay, and one more thing, when you are practicing, if you want to do a normal method, you can do one thing. You can use my machine. I got 243 machine which has nothing. Okay, I have not installed any stuff in that. So you can, I'll share my password details and that. So one of your system maybe Mohit, more you can zip the file system and you can do the FTP to my system and you can build a machine there. You both guys, you find some common time and both guys can do a proper clone as a practice. Okay, so the difference between the way you clone and the way I clone is just moving the file system. And if you want, I can give the tar commands and all I can give you. Okay, I'll share you a tar file, a tar commands, FTP. I think you guys might have already known that FTPing the file system, tarring the file system, everything you know. However, I'll just share you for your information. So try it out and let's see if anything goes wrong. Anyway, I have also enabled my snapshot on my machine. So play around. You can do whatever you want. Okay. So once you come to me and saying that please restore the snapshot, I'll restore it to the normal position. Okay. Nice. So and please make sure your database is properly taken backup. Properly, okay, because this is the most time consuming process basically. Okay, in real time if you see, every database will be 1 t 2 t 1.5 t or at least 500 GB 600 GB 700 GB something like that. Oracle application is nothing but it's a huge business basically. Okay, not all small companies will be using the Oracle e-business suite. Okay, the hi-fi customers and very a wide range business people only will be using Oracle application. So the database also will be like that. So definitely minimum 500 GB it will be. Okay, so if your client is having a 500 GB, he's a small customer, you can assume. Okay, so in my case, I got 1.5 TB and a couple of other instances I have seen 2 TB also. Okay, so let's say if you don't take your backup properly, okay, and I mean you let's say without okay let take an example of cold backup only, without properly shutting down the machine. Okay, so you did somehow for some reason you did a shut abort and you brought down the services. Okay, and you copied the system. Okay, you copied all the data files and it will be some, the file system will be somewhere around 500 GB or something. You copied entire thing to the target machine, and on the target machine at the time of restoration, somewhere after spending 3 or 4 hours or 5 or 6 hours, if you come to know system data file is not taken properly or not able to restore something, some kind of error if you get. For taking a backup, it will take some time. For copying the file system, it will take some time. For restoration, it will take some time. All this, I mean, this things will be wasted, right? Again, you need to reinitiate. Okay, that would impact your release. System release timelines. Okay, so make sure whether it is a RMAN backup or it's something else backup. Make sure it is properly taken. Okay, it's a cold backup or hard backup, whatever method it is. So you just look into the log files and all, and you make sure no error exists in that particular log file, and then only once you decide it's a valid backup, then only you start copying. You start copy. Otherwise, you spend some time here itself and create one more backup, delete the backup file system, and again reinitiate the backup. Okay, this is the one you please because I have seen couple of times in my environment. So the backup not coming at the time of FTPing because of some issue, files might not sometimes files will get corrupt even after copying it. Files might corrupt. Certain things happen in my case. So in that case, if file corrupted at the time of copying or after copying to the target machine, if anything goes wrong, that's a fate. We can't do anything. We have to just at that point of time there is a small advantage. We can copy only that particular file. Okay, so there is a command called checksum also, right? You can verify like the target side and source side and target side. You can compare whether it has copied properly or not, and the size, everything it will verify. There is a command called checksum. Okay, so check with you try with that once you copy, you can try. Did I close? Did I close? Yes. All right, and so now the application close it properly, and the database I'm going to shut down. Start fraud. Not fine. So always prefer to give shut immediately. Safest method. Very good. Um, who is this guy? Hold on, man. Okay. You can kill this guy anyway. This configuration file is going to recreate once again. Not a problem. Different process maybe. Huh. Done. Okay. So the database and application we have shut down nicely. Okay, now I'm going to do something which we won't be doing in the real time at any cost. So in the U01, yours is oh, so you got an APPLMGR here. Okay, so under APPLMGR, the stuff is there. Okay, yeah. Again, what is this APPLMGR? Okay, fine. I will that mistake not create. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm copying. Imagine I'm copying this file system. Okay, usually you need to zip it. Okay, since it is the same machine and the same under same mount point, I'm just doing this right away. Usually, if you say cp-rf and something, there is a lot of chances to some of the files may corrupt, some of the files may not copy well. So whenever you have to, even if the two files or three files are small file, you always try to zip it or tar it and transfer to the other machine and untar it. That's the safest stuff. Okay, so here I'm just moving it, and I don't need to create the zip or tar because I'm on the same machine and same mount point, and again I'm not going to copy anyway. I'm just moving it. And okay, so in the real time, you just make a note of that. Always try to copy the file system from source to target in the tar format. Particularly, I mean, more than zip, I prefer tar basically, since it is a Unix and tar is the best option basically. Okay, so mv star. Okay, first I need to start use one app test mkda test. Okay, so now so CD product. Should be fine. Move start to U01 APPLTEST. Okay, so within no time it has gone. And actually, oops, yeah. So there is one. Okay, again, oops, I P01 or TST. Move start. Done. Okay, so assume I have copied the file system and I have extracted the file system as well. All right, now where am so now I need to change it. Okay, this is going to APPLTEST and APPLTEST, Vora TEST and Vora TEST. This should be DBA. All right, CH1 APPLTEST. And privileges and this grouping, this should be very clear. Okay, it should be DBA group. I mean, both the guys should be same group. Which we always go for DBA. And we want to save time. So yeah, one. Both the guys work together. Okay, here's the so next. Okay, so next let's give the permissions. CD. This is fine, but save side is 755 TXT. Okay. I'm not going to make a running notes here, and this won't give much value to you. I'll prepare another running notes for you, and which includes tar, untar, backup, and I mean, at the time of backup also is a I mean, hard backup, clone backup. That information I'll keep it and I'll share it to you. and yes, we are done. Uh, you can see, right? Now let's move to our test. Okay, so here test will be there inside the test. So, oh, apps settle. Here clone folder will be there. Inside that bin folder, and here you would be seeing adcfgclone.pl. Okay, this is the file, and this file has created when you run adpreclone.pl. Okay, you can see the you can see the time stamp. August 18 we have done, 8:44 sometime back we have done. Okay, right. Uh, Okay, so there are two things here. Okay, you need to, yeah, you need to keep it in your mind. So here there are two parameters you can pass. DB tier is one of the parameter, and another parameter is a DB tech stack. Okay, so what DB tier will be doing is, it will be, okay. It will ask some of the parameters now. Okay, class like what is your host name, whether how many data types you are having. Okay, and whether it's a rack enabled or not, what's the port number, what's the util file directory. Okay, this kind of information it will be asking. So once you provide this information, and already a clone folder contains the template information and other configuration information, so it will club together and create the XML file and run the, I mean, once after creating the XML file, it will run the auto config as well. So when you run auto config, in automatically all the configuration files will be created, means all necessary configuration files will be created. After that, a script itself will bring the data, will bring the database to come up. Okay, so when you say DB tier, everything it will be doing, like everything in the sense, configuring the configuring the binaries along with the database, both it will do. Okay, so in the real time, usually we won't be, we won't be going for the cold backup, isn't it? We'll be going for the hard backup. So at that point of time, what we'll be doing is we'll first configure the Oracle home separately, restore the database separately. Okay, means there is another command called okay, here I'm passing one parameter db tier, right? Db text stack okay, is one more option is there, means one more parameter is there. So when you give db text stack, it will be creating the XML file, it will be configuring the configuration. Okay, it will run the auto config and create the configuration files. That's all. Till that level and it will be doing. Okay, so after that you will be bringing up the database in no mount state, and then you will be initiating the restoration. Okay, duplicate database or whatever, depends on your comfort, you will be restoring. Once after that, once after restoration is completed, okay, you will be running the auto config again. That's how usually in the real time people will be doing. Okay, so here DB tier means database configuration plus database. Both the configuration will be happen in a single stroke. Okay, if it is a DB tech stack, only database binaries configuration will be happen. Database need to be restored separately and then execute the auto config. You got it right? The difference. Okay, so take your time. Okay, take your time, and you try to do the hard backup method in my machine. Take your time. Don't worry. Okay, so GPT, so it will be asking apps password. Here you will be providing the production password, means the source machine password. I know database is down, listener is down, but still it will keep that information with him. Okay, so is the target host name is so and so. Okay, so it will be asking like this, and what you can do is ox.com 242. You can give like that also. Okay, is your instance is a rack? By default it is no, and you go with no. Okay, what is your SID? My new SID is test. target test ID. It can be a dev, it can be a test or whatever. Okay. Next, base directory is this one, or a test is my base directory. Okay, and as of now you can give temp, or if you have the specific directory you can give the specific directory. And how many data types? We got only one data type. Sometimes some of the data files will be located in some location and another set of data files will be located in another location. It all depends on the table space management. At that point of time, if you got more than one data type, then you can give two, and two times it will be asking the location, and you need to provide two different locations. So since we got only one, I'm going with that. Okay, and data top directory. Okay, so U01 Vora test. You can check it out, like in the another window, whether this, yes, all the data files are there here. Okay, so yes, this is right. And Ara test TEST 1210. Okay, your RDBMS Oracle home is also right there. Okay, display. I'm saying no, and it will configure his own display and say yes. Okay, what is your port number? Okay, I don't know what port number you gave. Tej, what port number you gave? Okay, definitely not 7, right? May not be. You must be giving 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. So let me go with 7. Anyway, it will scold you, like if that port is already being used by someone else, it will be giving the message to us. It will start configuring. No, that's not 7. I'm planning for patching, blindly applying some dummy patch and seeing whether it is applied or not. Why don't we go for any upgradation that covers the complete practice? I'll see. Okay, I'll sit today sometime and I'll try to find some action plan. Okay, or else I'll try to prepare some action plan. So as part of the upgradation, we will do the patching practice, so that at least you can keep in your resume that I have upgraded 12.0 to 12.06 or something else. Whatever. I'll see the best way, and if I feel like it's a very long process and a time consuming process, then we'll go for the normal patching. Otherwise, anyway, we got another 1 week time. Okay, so after finishing the cloning and patching, we got a sysadmin. Actually, it will be maximum 3 days, 3 to 4 days it will take. Okay, and later, later also we can spend some time on this practice. I'll see. I'll plan it. Sure, I think I can do. May not be 12.2. Okay. I have already done 11i to R12 upgradation, but for that, I need to give some information about. Okay, did you get a chance to look into my patching scenarios? Like how did I apply the patch, AD patch utility? You understood that, or do you need any demo or something? I gave you my YouTube links, isn't it, on AD patch utility. So when we were talking about 11i to R12, you must know AD patch utility. I'll see. Okay, I'll plan it, and I'll give you some one presentation on 11 to artwork on like that. Some documents also I will share it to you, so that you can say in the interview that I have done this also. I'll see if possible. I'll give you a demo on AD patch utility also. I'll apply one patch and I'll show it to you. I already got one VM, I think. 5.1 VM is there already. And you can see what is happening under again by taking this log file. What is this guys? Oops. Some errors we can see. Some issues also. Complete will see. And in sysadmin, the major topics are user management and concurrent management. These are the regular activities. So there we need to spend good amount of time with a good amount of examples. The daily activity basically. Like everyday users will be coming. I am not able to log into the password, or I'm not able to. Please reset my password. I lost my password, or my password got locked, or I need a new responsibility. Okay, or I need to. Some some manager will come and please block this responsibility to so and so guy, or disable this user. So this kind of activities you would be getting, and sometimes people will be saying, okay, everybody else able to log in and I am not able to log in, or other site able to log in and my site not able to log in. Okay, so these kind of errors, these kind of requests and all you will be seeing in the day-to-day life. And another one is the concurrent manager. Okay, yesterday I have executed one concurrent manager in 10 minutes, and today it took 30 minutes. It's still running. Why? Or yesterday, one of the concurrent program completed in 10 minutes. Today it took 20 minutes. Find the root cause. Okay, or I have executed one concurrent request. Till it is going. I'm going to execute some 10 concurrent requests, and this need to be prioritized. So what to do? How to do? Okay, or creating our own concurrent manager. Okay, so like, this and all you would be doing every day. That is also day-to-day activity. People will be coming to you frequently on this request. So when you are preparing the interview, you segregate them basically. Online activities and offline activities means which required a downtime is the offline activities. Okay, so the such activities you won't be performing day to day, right? So online activities. So what and all online activities are there? Those activities you can say, I mean, it's a day-to-day activity like area admin utilities or user management or concurrent manager stuff. Okay. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, correct. You're right. Okay, those are the activities are online activities. So this patching, cloning, bouncing, okay, upgradation, such activities and all, is offline activities. Okay, so they are critical, I know, but you won't be perform since you won't be performing regularly, so you need to keep it separate track. And also when you start to work, when if anybody asks you, you need to create your virtual environment. Okay, since you don't have a real time, yeah, so you need to create one virtual environment, and you need to explain, yes, this is my environment, that's it. Okay, so you got, okay, make it, so it's a 3 node architecture or 4 node architecture and the host names and something like that. You prepare one virtual work environment, and you stick to that, and you say like, okay, so every 15 days I would be cloning, or and every 1 year I would be cloning regularly. If it is required in between also, I may need to clone sometimes. Okay, so these many users are there. Okay, so this is the location my client is there, and find out some location also. So in this location where my client is there, and these are the servers are maintaining by that particular team in a different location. So I will be using the putty session, putty connectivity, uh, and some of the other things and okay, so something like, you need to decide yourself. So yep, listener test have when it started. You want to change the password for all e-business schemas? I don't think, no, not required. Let them go as it is. Do you want to change the password for admin user? No, sorry, not required. Okay, change the app's password. No, I will change later. System password, not required. Done, success. Okay, maybe some errors it has thrown, but later after running the autoconfig and all, it will go taken care. So your database is done. Let us see. Yep, see, your database is up and running, and your listener is also should be up and running. Okay, so some CTL it shouldn't work. Why? Because you have not sourced your environment, right? Okay, so see, you got test underscore EBS42. So if it is something else, some other machine, you'd be seeing some dev underscore EBS 223 or 224. That again, we are dev 1, dev 2, dev 3, something like that. Okay, so LSMCTL status. Right. It's clear, right? How it has done. Okay. So next, okay. Keep the state like this means your database and listener should be up and running before you start your application clone. You make sure that your database and listener should be up and running. Okay, and let's back to application. Oops, that should be for SSH FTPL TBST at rate 192.168.10.242, I think. Let me test my memory. Yeah, it's working. It's N1, M1. No, 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 no. Welcome one. Welcome one. Yeah. So I have done APPL test. I have logged in. Okay. So see the test. Right. Okay. See, basically, you don't require these two. It will be created automatically. Okay. So you need only EBS apps. Okay. So you can take out this, and at the time of zipping it, you can make sure, since I did MV everything, it just came like that. So I can say later I will delete it. comma clone bin. Come to this location, okay, and say perl adcfg clone.pl apps tier. Okay, so apps tier, it's a case sensitive and there is no other alternate. Okay, one more option you got, it's not option, okay, there is no other option for apps tier, but you can give the XML. If you're already having an XML file with you, straight away you can give your XML file here. Okay, space, just give the space and give the XML file straight away. Okay, so that it will not ask any of the input. Okay, now when I say enter, it will be asking apps password is apps WebLogic password. uh, here, let's see, one. Okay, and it will start asking, okay, do you want to add a node? No, it's a single node. Okay, target file system type run. Yes, it is run system. Okay, and your machine name is so and so dot aps dot SID, the one which we have given on the database side, that need to be provided. Okay, test. So database server node same, will be asking that. Okay, so system based directory will be this one. Oh, sorry baby. So instance home directory, yes, I can give the same thing. Okay, display, I can say no, and yes, take it, and yes, enabled. Okay, so here you will be deciding if it is a multi-node installation, and you would be deciding here which one need to be admin node here or there. Okay, so root services in the sense concurrent manager is here or there. Okay, something like that you will be deciding. So it should be enabled, and web entry port you enable. Okay, services enabled, batch processing is enabled. Okay, other services, so the system other services enabled. Port pool number, the one which you have given at the time of configuring the database. Okay, so we have given 7, the same thing. Otherwise, he won't be connecting to the database and it will throw an error. Okay, the same thing you need to remember. Okay, so what port pool number you have given at the time of configuring the target machine of database, the same thing you have to provide here. So you can take anything. Okay, anything in the sense you have to make sure enough disk space is there or not. So this guy is also okay, we have provided so much of information, isn't it here? Okay, so with that information he will be creating one new XML file, and we already copied the clone folder from source to target. Right, along with that you would be getting all the what you call the template files and all. So XML file is there, template files are there. Kind of you can, I mean, you're all set to run the auto config. Run the auto config, create the configuration file with the config with those configuration file, bring up the services. That's how that's what he will be doing. And as I said, make sure database is up and running, because it has to connect to the database, it has to update the profiles, it has to update the fnd underscore nodes. Okay, so much of database work need to be performed as part of configuring the application. So database and listener should be up and running. Okay, so then only you will be configuring the TNS entries and all, and with the help of a new TNS entry, you'll be connecting to the database, and then you'll be updating all the necessary database table. Is nothing but AOL tables. So all the AOL tables and all, I mean FND tables and AD tables will be updated as per the requirement, and then we'll continue. Again, you can monitor this. What exactly it will be doing now. Oops. I, even 755, right? No, 598. No. Permission. 755, right? Got a question. Take view properly. Okay. Wait. Wait. What did I have to artist? So this guy is FMW and all we have moved, isn't it? Okay, it will be recreating this. Just a minute. I'm back. I think I need to provide my password here. Something one into something we should. Oh, I1J2 at the ready. It's still going on. Yeah, usually it will take some time. Application side it will take some time. Or if you feel like we are running late, I'll leave the session like this. It will be continuing anyway. Okay, I'll keep it as it is, and we can discuss further tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, sitting in front of the machine for doing nothing is doesn't make sense. All right. See you tomorrow. I will leave as it is. Yep. Thank you.